Stephanie, I know you read but never reply. Regrettably, I have to run and cut my ties. I must stop falling in love, stop falling in love with every girl who hurts me. I must stop falling in love, stop falling in love with every girl who shuts me up. And Timothy, babe, classy conversation based on what you've been. Come sit with me. Yeah, I'll believe and you'll believe in. I must stop falling in love, stop falling in love with every boy who hurts me. I must stop falling in love, stop falling in love with every boy who shuts me up. For 7 years I had the same old dream, my teeth fall out. I looked it up, apparently, yeah, it's a sign I'm growing up, and so I must stop falling in love, stop falling in love with everyone who hurts me. I must stop falling in love, stop falling in love with everyone who shuts me up. Who shuts me up. But you know what? It's almost worth it. Thank you very much. Hey Woodstock, how are you? I am ONR. Thanks very much for joining me for my sofa session. This is my sofa in my house here in Scotland, where I am currently locked down like the rest of Scotland. So it's been a mad start to the year, but I'm really glad to be doing this session for you. Thanks so much for joining me. Thank you so much for your support of my music. I'm sorry I can't be there in person to see you. My plan was to come over to the US and play my music, but obviously nobody's going anywhere anytime soon. But that song was called Must Stop. It's my most recent release. It features Sarah Barthel of Fantagram, who I'm a huge fan of and who I think are from sort of near your neck of the woods, aren't they? So, yeah, it's had a crazy response, which I'm incredibly grateful for. It's been amazing seeing the response from it. That is the clean version that I just played as well. There is a less clean version. When I say less clean, it's pretty filthy, actually. It's very unclean. But that is the radio-friendly version that you heard there. Feel free to check out the other version. You may be shocked to your core. I usually play a little guitar in these sessions as well, but because of the lockdown and stuff, my guitar is currently... I sent it to get set up before Christmas, and I'll probably get it back in July. So it's just me, my keyboard today. This next song is usually a song that I play on acoustic guitar, but I'm going to play it on piano and see how that works out. This song also, coincidentally, usually contains a lot of cursing and swearing, but I'm going to try and clean it up a little bit. It's called Crash Landing, and yeah, I really hope you like it. You sit at the window for the view. I'll just spend the whole time watching you. All the little games that we play through. Honey, I'll be red. You were always the blues. I'm coming down, crash landing now. I'll go and get dressed, I'll figure it out. Holy shit, when did it get so rough? Stars in my eyes, sentimental sighs, big cash prize. And God, I want a dog, but the time's never right. Yeah, we can play, but we have to be real quiet. I'm coming down, crash landing now. Don't get stressed, I'll figure it out. Holy shit, when did it get so rough? You sit at the window for the view. I'll just spend the whole time watching you. Oh, holy, sit with me. When did it get so rough? Thank you. Thank you very much. Hopefully it doesn't take a great deal of imagination to see what the actual word is in there. But yeah, that song is called Crash Landing. It's a song that I released at the beginning of last year, which feels so long ago now. And yeah, it was a song that I originally wrote when I was going through a little bit of a tough time in terms of knowing what I was going to do, and I was struggling to make things happen in a lot of ways. And I think it was a feeling that a lot of people can sort of resonate to, just a general feeling of losing my way, I guess, and not really knowing what was going on and feeling like I was crash landing. But bizarrely, it's also a song that really makes me laugh now when I play it, because we went out to tour in the US last year. It was the first time we'd toured there, just a handful of shows, and I'd written this song. I remember we were flying from Boston to Halifax. It was on the way home from the tour, and it was this tiny little plane. It was like an hour and a half flight, and it was the choppiest, bumpiest flight I've ever taken. And it was one of those ones where me and the band were just sort of like just stare at the floor and sort of pretend it isn't happening, kind of thing. It was awful. Anyway, to take my mind off it, I listened to this track, and I was sitting next to my guitarist Irv, and I said, "Hey, do you want to hear this song that I'm writing?" And he was like, "Yeah, of course," and listened to it. And he took his earphones out. He's like, "It's great." He's like, "Is that song called Crash Landing?" I was like, "Yeah, it is." He's like, "Why would you play that to me on the bumpiest flight I've ever been on?" So it always makes me laugh because of that. A shout out to Deep Eddy Vodka, who I believe are the sponsors of these sessions and this show. Hope you're doing good, Deep Eddy Vodka guys. I was meant to come and play in the US, as I've said before. I can't wait to come and play for you guys, especially apparently because you have a ton of vodka just lying around as well. So the last time that I was in the US was to film the video for this song, which came out last summer. It's a track called Human Enough. So yeah, I hope you like it. Don't lose yourself. I don't know why your nights seem long. A star is born. Don't wait for gods, for hell is insignificant when you're heaven sent. 'Cause you are made of perfect stars, and I was built from broken parts. The road to stop that I can't start, it's deja vu, it's deja vu. Not over you, not over you. I'm not human enough to love you right now. Your heart's the only sound. I'm not human enough to cry or cry for. Night by night I die a bit more for you and I alone. In a universe unknown, I'm not human enough to love you right now. Human enough to love you right now. Don't hold your breath, waiting on a perfect year. The coast is clear. Don't wait for me, a stranger to the skin I'm in. The dark within me knows that I'm the lone, a fallen star, and you were made to break a heart. The road to stop that I can't start, it's deja vu, it's deja vu. Not over you, not over you. I'm not human enough to love you right now. Your heart's the only sound. I'm not human enough to cry or cry for. Night by night I die a bit more for you and I alone. In a universe unknown, I'm not human enough to love you right now. Human enough to love you right now. I'm not human enough. I'm not human enough. I'm not human enough to love you right now. Your heart's the only sound. I'm not human enough to cry or cry for. Night by night I die a bit. Thank you. Someone walking the dog. That's how real all of this is. It's mad, isn't it? like I've been doing quite a few of these sessions in my house with like dogs and kids next door and things, and I'm like, this is the new gigging, isn't it? This is the new playing shows. You know, I so miss playing actual shows. But yeah, thank you for joining me in my house on my sofa, listening to Next Door's Dog. It's the one I'm going to leave you with today. So again, I want to thank Radio Woodstock for having me. It means a lot. Hope you've enjoyed my sofa session. Thanks to Eddy, Vodka for sponsoring the show. And yeah, I will see you in person as soon as I possibly can. Thanks. Have I told you of the dark in me? Go easy on me, please. Have I told you of the vice I need? Go easy on me, please. Any style you want, I could leave it right here and slide it back beneath. But if you knew, you might leave me too. Let's see where we lie in 5 years' time. Is it simple? Is it brave enough to go gentle into the cut? Any particular time that you feel it all move, that you feel it all move? 'Cause if you knew, you might leave me too. Let's see where we lie in 5 years' time. Let's see where we lie in 5 years' time. Let's see where we lie in 5 years' time. Since sayonara, sign my name in time. Cursed every thought I had of leaving or crying. I've got more presents for Jennifer, I'm so in the line. So let's see where we lie in 5 years' time. Let's see where we lie in 5 years' time.